by gorgeous LANIE LANE, who is nominated for Best Independent Blues and Roots Album.
Yes.
It's always such a mouthful. Congratulations on the nomination.
Oh, thank you.
The record has been such a huge success. Did it surprise you how successful it was, or did you kind of think it was sort of special and going to do well?
I don't even really have any perspective on it. I don't know what people think of it as, like, I don't know how people view it as being successful. Like, I feel like it went really well, like, in terms of my expectations. Like, it just exceeded my expectations. I didn't really know because I've never put out an album. So in terms of never having done it before and then it going the way it did was really unexpected. But then you just don't know what people view you as. Like, when you meet fans and they're just like, oh my God, and you're like, what? It's just me. I'm just a normal person. Like, it's really bizarre. So I don't know. And I don't know if you'll ever know.
LANIE, but so many award nominations, like absolutely incredible. What does that mean to you?
Oh, look, I mean, it's really nice to get nominated for awards. Of course, it's the cliche of, like, it's great to be nominated.
Yeah.
But I think we have to be real sometimes and go, this is a recognition of people's efforts in life, but it's not the main thing. You know, like, it's really important that people get recognition, but it's not kind of what I'd do it for or what any good artist would do it for. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's more just to enjoy while it happens, and if any kind of award eventuates, then you enjoy that moment. But I don't want to focus on winning, because otherwise I'll probably just start making really bad music.
I'm going to horses.
Tell us about your beautiful record, To the Horses. You know, firstly starting, where did kind of the dominant theme for that record come from? Where was the inspiration from?
I think because it was my first record, and I'd been writing songs for 10, 15 years before I put out a record. So all that stuff was like me kind of refining a particular style that I'd become quite, not comfortable, but like inspired by. And then, yeah, so it's all quite kind of different, like, themes, and you know, there's some upbeat stuff, there's some more deep stuff that is more moving of the heart. Like, To the Horses, the title track for me, is a really special song, and whenever I play it live, I want to cry because it means so much. And we've got an extended version of that song now, and like, it's so nice to play that song, and I just love it. You know, and then there's other songs that aren't so emotional, kind of thing, and I think that's fine, because that's my first record, and that's okay. That's where I was at, and it's like a lot of fun stuff, but also bluesy, kind of rambling on. But I mean, yeah, I think I've been writing a lot more stuff, and I feel like what I'm writing now is more feeling like the song To the Horses, like it's got a real depth to it.
Yep.
So my next record, I feel like, is going to be a move forward.
Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
And what is the writing process like for you, LANIE? How do you kind of get into that creative zone that kind of ends up resulting in such beautiful songs as To the Horses?
Oh, I think you really have to be open. That's the number one thing. I mean, you obviously need, like, a musician has to be skilled at what they do and be comfortable in the way they use their instruments and their voice or whatever. But to write a good song, I think the number one thing is to actually be open to what's true and honest at the time. And I don't think it can be a contrived thing. So if you're in a contrived headspace, or you're trying to work out the coolest thing to this, well, it's never going to end up being... It's never going to have a connection with people, because they're going to feel that it's not real, like it's not got something that they can relate to as a human.
To the horses with my spirit.
You mentioned that To the Horses is your favourite track on the record. Can I ask why it has such special meaning to you?
It's just I really did write that song in a moment of just it's kind of ethereal or something. It's just like I just love what I'm doing. I love the people that I meet on my journey. I love expressing myself. I love and all of that, and then something more like tangible that I really love horses. I really love nature, and I love the bush and stuff. But then, yeah, there's all that in there. But that's almost also a metaphor for all the amazing stuff I do in my life and what I want to continue doing. So it's kind of, it's a bit of a mission statement or something in a song. Yeah. I don't know.
Sounds like you're running a great business there. You're very well known for your eclectic sense of style as much as your beautiful music. Who are you inspired by growing up, musically or otherwise?
Oh, I did listen to so much. Like, I listened to pop music in the car, on the radio. My parents are English. Well, I'm English. We moved here when I was 2, so they didn't really know Australian music. So I've got big gaping holes. Like, I don't know all the UMI's back catalogue or anything, but I love them now because I got to, or Paul Kelly, or people like that now I'm very fortunate to be friends with and have worked with and all that kind of stuff. But so I didn't get that side of it, the Australian side, but I listened to what was on the radio and Motown and classical and blues and like pop music and stuff. So much music.
What about non-musical influences?
I don't know. Well, I really love Patti Smith. I know she's a musician, but she's also an artist.
She is. She's an icon.
I love her. I read somewhere the other day, I was like, what am I reading here? They said, LANIE LANE, and she counts Patti Smith as one of her close friends. I'm like, what? Where did you get that from? I was like, I'll take it. I didn't even make that up. I never said that.
Fantastic.
So she's an inspiration. Amazing woman. Just people I meet. Like, I met this amazing woman, Chrissy, the other day, and I did a workshop with her, and it was like about sound and expressing your... It was basically about like clearing stuff out, but with sound, like emotional held in stuff that we all have, like baggage, but clearing it through the use of your voice.
Wow.
So we did this, I did it with Lisa Mitchell actually, and it was a 20 people, there were only 2 guys there, it was all girls basically.
Those poor guys.
Amazing. And they were cool. And we just spent the whole day like working up to like this intense, like basically just like explosions of like sound to like release stuff. Like people like that know how to do that. It's almost like tribal. You know what I mean? Like, it's really new age hippie stuff. I'm the biggest hippie there is, pretty much. And so, believe it or not, just stuff like that's really inspiring to me when someone's so in touch with the healing powers that is within us. I just love that stuff. I'm such a dork. What a dork.
LANIE, you've had some great live gigs, especially in this year, 2012.
Thanks.
Can you pick a highlight that's been particularly special?
I think like tours that I've done, like we've done a couple of sold out headline tours, which is so amazing. Like spin out and you're like adding shows and you kind of just are spinning out because it's, the first time I've been able to do that in the last 12 months.
Wow.
So I've done so many support tours in the last 3 years before I put out the album. I was touring around the country with lots of people and the last 12 months it's, stepped up. So we're doing bigger venues, we're supporting bigger acts and, like supporting Jack White and Cold Chisel and Brian Setzer and doing the Nick Cave tribute tour and doing the Rockwiz Christmas tour, and like I've just been going like around the country, so there's so much. It's hard to highlight anything in particular because everything's been so big.
All in all, it's been a great year.
Yeah.
And then LANIE, what's coming up next for you? Have you got some time off, or are you just kind of continuing on with a busy schedule?
Oh no, I've got 4 festivals in the next month, and that's it. And then I'm like, nothing in the calendar. I've started renting a little like cabin cottage in the country.
Gorgeous.
And so I'm gonna go out there and like rest my soul.
Right.
I really want to do some like animal rescue and like help look after like the animal shelters. I had this amazing experience yesterday in the bush, like with this kangaroo. Anyway, long story. And the joey. Anyway, it's a really long story, but amazing and really inspired me. So I want to go and help in some like animal shelters, and I want to ride horses, and I want to get my motorbike license.
Gorgeous.
And all this stuff I've been wanting to do for years. So
and hopefully we can kind of hear about those experiences
in the song.
Yeah, the songs.
I'll be riding, of course, amongst all of that. I'm never going to stop doing that.
That sounds awesome.
Once I be still for a little bit, then it'll
all come out.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Lannie Lane,
thank
it's
you.
an absolute pleasure to speak with
Nice
you. Good
to
luck
meet you.
tonight.
Thank you.